Hey guys, Dr. Ben here at the Functional Medicine Center, and today I want to give you another immune tip. Yesterday we talked about keeping our blood sugar as stable as possible. Today we're going to be talking about sleep. Sleep is a crucial part of getting that immune system to function as well as it should, but not everybody knows why they're not getting the sleep that they need. And so I'm going to give you a couple tidbits here that we've known for years and years. One is going to be why we can't get to sleep, and that's a very common thing that we see with patients, not being able to get to sleep. And what that means usually is that the cortisol levels are too high. Cortisol is an adrenal hormone, and cortisol should be highest in the morning and lowest in the evening, because we want to be up and ready to go when the day starts, and then lowest by nighttime, because if that cortisol is too high, then we're not going to be able to get that good sleep. And so cortisol high is going to affect us to where we're not going to be able to get to sleep. So a lot of people will be talking about getting their second wind. They kind of feel better after 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night, and then they can get a lot of stuff done. But ultimately, we've got to be able to get that cortisol balanced out so that we can get into that good deep sleep state. So what does that mean? Well, that sleep hygiene is one of the biggest things. Sleep hygiene is going to be preparing your body to get good quality deep sleep. And so what does that mean? That is going to be turning the lights down low. So at least an hour before you go to bed, you want to turn lights down. If you have dimmer switches, put them on dimmers. If you've got salt lamps, turn your salt lamps on, or any red or orange lights, you want to turn those on. But really start preparing yourself for sleep. If you look at how we evolved over the years, getting to sleep was a kind of ritual type thing, and the lanterns and the campfires and the sunset and all of those things were there to help prepare us to sleep. So our brain recognizes that reddish and orange light as a time to start winding down. Try this. Next time you're sitting around the campfire or sitting around the fireplace in your house, try to do it for like 3 hours without getting tired. So there's a lot of just kind of evolutionary process to our brain shutting down. Blue light, that's going to be what's, if you're looking outside and it's a sunny day, you're going to have all that blue sunshine or blue sky and the sunshine out there. Our brain recognizes blue light as a get up and go time. So that's the problem with a lot of the screen time that people do, and doing their iPads or doing their computers, TVs, whatever it is before bed, is actually going to start revving up the brain and start stimulating the brain and thinking that it's not bedtime. So definitely, again, want to do at least an hour before bed, turning off all screens, turning off everything to be able to wind that down and get the brain into the good range. So we want more of the reddish orange light to prep for sleep. We want to do as little blue light as possible. And then from there, we're going to look at what about electromagnetics. And a lot of people don't consider this, but even looking at what we can do for electromagnetics with turning off Wi-Fi, not having your cell phone right by your bed, putting clocks and things like that on the other side of the room, turning your airplane or your phone to airplane mode. If you're doing if you have like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or anything like that, turn it on to airplane mode so that it won't be emitting those electromagnetics, which can also slow us down from being able to get into that good deep sleep state. So first step, if we can't get to sleep, we've got to get that cortisol calmed down. We've got to calm down that brain. Do your sleep hygiene. You can do things like magnesium, Epsom salt baths, essential oils such as lavender or some of the other calming ones. A lot of different things to be able to just calm that brain down, get it into a good deep sleep state. Because remember, the immune system needs that sleep. The sleep is going to be when we're repairing, we're rebuilding, all those good things that need to take place. That's why you look at a president, and after 8 years in office, they look like they aged 20 years because they're not getting that good, deep, restorative sleep state. The next thing that we look at, so there's hard time getting to sleep, then there's hard time staying asleep. Hard time staying asleep is one of a couple things. The most common that we see is blood sugar swings, especially blood sugar drops. So what happens is the adrenals are stimulated to kick out glucose from the liver, so then we get adrenaline flowing through us, we get cortisol flowing through us. A lot of people wake up in the middle of the night and their brain's racing, their heart rate maybe is going, maybe they're sweating, they get like this adrenaline response, they've got anxiety, different things can happen in there. So if you're waking up in the middle of the night and not able to get back to sleep, it's usually because that blood sugar has dipped. So one thing you can do is do a little snack before bed, slice of turkey breast, slice of cheese, apple and almond butter, some fat, some protein, see if you can stabilize it. But more importantly is keeping that blood sugar stabilized all day long, because that's going to keep you a whole lot better state throughout the night, and then you're going to be able to maintain that. So if you're waking up in the middle of the night, can't get back to sleep, that's usually blood sugar, so pay attention to that throughout the day. The other thing it can be is apnea, and sleep apnea, most people just think it's because you're overweight and you got this goozle in your throat there, overweight, and that's why you're not able to get that good breath throughout the night. But a third of women over menopause are going to have sleep apnea that are not overweight. There's a lot of people that have apnea that are not overweight, and there's various reasons why, and that's a whole nother talk that we could go into. But if it's a serious thing and your partner is saying, hey, you're waking up throughout the night and kind of not getting that good deep sleep and waking up in almost a panic, or you hear your partner go for 10 seconds without breathing, it wouldn't be a bad idea to do a sleep test. Way easier than it used to be. You can now do it. They'll just send them to you, and you can do it in the comforts of your home. You don't have to go to the sleep center and do those. So be aware on those, because those sleep apnea cases can be some pretty significant reasons why people's health is having some of the problems. So when we're talking about immune system, when we're talking about supporting the body, as opposed to the media and the traditional medical model telling you, oh, you want to wash your hands and not touch people, and that's about it. There's actually things you can do. Yesterday we talked about keeping that blood sugar stable as possible. Today you've got to get that good quality sleep, whatever it takes. If you need to try some melatonin or CBD or magnesium, short term, you've got to get that good quality sleep state. So if you've got any questions, anybody that's dealing with sleep issues, like or share this with them. We're going to be keep throwing out some info every day on the immune side, make sure that everybody can function as well as possible. And this is the whole point of functional medicine, so that we can keep bodies healthy. And as we come out of this whole scare that's going on now, we need to even recognize it more so than ever, that we can't just rely on external things or medications or anything to keep us healthy. We've got that ability inside of us. We've got this innate intelligence that is going to keep our bodies healthy, that's going to kill off what needs to be killed off. And if you support your body, if you do what you need to do, you're going to be healthy and in tip-top shape for anything that comes your way. So if you got any questions, go ahead and post that below. Otherwise, share or like this, and make it a great day, and be safe out there, guys.